This is the 2025 Range Rover SE long wheelbase 7-seater. Is it a great luxury SUV option? Hey everybody, it's Tom from Vehicle Visionary. I hope you're having a great day. Today we're at Land Rover of Shreveport to go over this 7-seater and tell you all the details. If you want to know more, check out the link down in the description of the video. Let's start off here on the front end. And I tell you what, nothing says luxury like black. Everything is blacked out here. The exterior color, Santorini black. We've got our black grille right here. That definitely looks nice. I like that. Now, everything isn't black on the front end. We do have some gray finish down here, but it does have a bright finish to it, basically kind of that piano style finish, gloss finish, whatever we want to call that. When it comes to our headlights, we're going to have LED headlights, signature daytime running lights, and then down here on the lower portion of the bumper, something that I've discovered a lot of people like, fog lights. Not that any of you watching this video are likely looking to buy, well, who knows, you might be, to buy a Honda CR-V, but if you go with the current generation, not a single trim level offers fog lights. Range Rover logo here in a dark gray color. That seems to stand out pretty well. It'd probably look better out in the sun. We're in the showroom here at the dealership, so obviously that doesn't quite have the same effect as what we would have outside. All-wheel drive, you also have all-wheel steering, so the back wheels actually do incorporate into the steering process. Not a lot, but it does help to improve the turning radius. How about our tire and wheel size? We're looking at 285 on the width, a 40 series sidewall, and these are the optional 23-inch wheels. Not 21s, but they are 23s, and again, that's going to be in that gloss black. And again, we're going to find some more of that gray finish right here, something that's just really sets us apart, the Range Rover, breaking things up a little bit, we'll say. When it comes to your side view mirrors, body colored mirror caps, turn signal indicators are built in. They're going to have everything here you want. I'll let Austin come around to this side and show you that they have blind spot monitoring. They're also heated. They're also power adjustable, and I'll show you in a little while that they're also power folding. You're going to have your rear privacy glass here that looks a lot darker than it really is because of this Santorini black exterior color. But you know what? That's a good thing. It blends in. It looks right. As we look up on the top, we're going to have the dual shark fin antennas. And one of my things that I really like is the clean look of the back window right here. No exposed rear window wiper. That doesn't mean one isn't here. It's just neatly tucked away inside of the rear roof spoiler. That seems to be just right for this particular model. And obviously, LED taillights, going to finish things off here. Again, our Range Rover logo. A very clean look back here. If anything was missing at all, it would be exposed exhaust finishers, but I think it gets the job done without having them there. Speaking of exhaust, let's talk about what's being exhausted. Let's open the hood and talk about what you'll find there. For such a large vehicle, you might surprise some people out on the road when you need to get up to speed or go around them or just have a spirited drive. The 4.4-liter turbocharged V8 is here under the hood. And for the purposes of the video, I released the cover, the plastic cover here, so you can actually see what's underneath. Maybe we should just leave it that way. What do you think? I'm not going to. I will snap that back down into place. All of that's going to be mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission. Tons of power there. 523 horsepower, 553 pounds-feet of torque. Well, since somebody's going to ask if I don't say anything about it, I know a lot of people likely aren't too concerned about it when it comes to the MPGs, but let's take a look at what we have anyway. 16 city, 22 highway, 18 combined, and 5.6 gallons of gas per every 100 miles driven. And speaking of gas, let's go around this way and we'll take a look. The gas tank is going to be over here on the passenger side. Capless fuel fill is not here. You have a gas cap. You could actually snip this off right here and put on a locking gas cap if you wanted to. And when you fill up, it has a 23.8 gallon capacity. And real quick, I'll show you the remote. You can see what all is here. Just pretty basic stuff, but it is here. You can hit that button right there to turn on the headlights at night, make it easier to find. And here are the power folding mirrors in action. You can see that going on right there. And you can also see the deployable door handles on the front and rear doors. That's actually not just meant to be a novelty or a cool factor sort of thing. It's there for the purpose of aerodynamics, and so that's nice to have. And one other thing, I'm going to have Austin come around to this side real quick and we'll show you what's going on. You obviously are going to have soft closed doors. If you don't close the doors all the way, the vehicle says no problem, I'll take care of that for you. That's on the front doors and the rear doors back here. And something I really like about these rear doors, not only that they're soft close, but the fact that they are so wide. Not going to be difficult to get into the back seat of this Range Rover. And as far as your practical use goes, you can tow up to 8,200 pounds, and I'm going to hit the button if I can find it there, right here. And we're going to open the power tailgate. You have a split tailgate setup right here that has a lot of advantages. You could just sit here if you wanted to, use it for some tailgating. You also have the lights up here on the top of the tailgate, or should I say on the inside, that shine down here. Now, we have cargo lighting back here. I'll let Austin show you some of the lighting right there and some of the buttons and controls so I can tell you what the cargo capacity is. 43.1 cubic feet. Actually, we go from 8.7 to 43.1 up to 92.9 cubic feet of cargo space. Now you might notice with me standing here that the rear is higher than it was. I'd have to actually jump up here to get on the split tailgate area, or this area of the tailgate back here. But the reason that happened is because I raised the rear of the vehicle up on the air suspension, and I did it with these controls right here. And if I want to let that out, you might actually be able to hear it. Let's see if we can do that for you. You can actually hear the air being released. That's one of the advantages to filming here in the showroom at the Land Rover dealership. That drops things back down, makes it a lot easier to gain access to your cargo back here, but it might have its advantages to raise it up sometimes too. So here's what else we have. We have our power rear seats back here, and all I have to do is touch those. I don't know if that seat on the left is going to go all the way down, but I guess it is going to go all the way down. And we can also do the same thing with the middle seats, because I know a lot of you like to see everything maximized. Well, for some reason it's not going down on the other side, but that's just the way it goes sometimes, I guess. But you can see how everything pretty much looks as far as maximized cargo capacity goes. Plenty of space back here. But what about space for your third row of passengers? This is a 7-seater. That's a very important question to be answered. We have plenty of room in the middle row. Let's see what we have in the third row. And let's talk about how you gain access to this third row. I'm going to let Austin show you the controls and switches here. Those two arrows that are pointing up and pointing down, that's how we move the seats out of the way. And you can also fold the rear seats flat with those top two buttons, just in case you were curious about that. So I'm going to hold this button. I'm going to push this button, actually just push it one time. I just push that down arrow once. You'll notice that the driver's seat moves up and out of the way so that this seat can get up and make it easy for me to gain access to this third row. Let's see if I can do this. I say it's easy. There we go now. And I'm going to bring this back. I don't know how well we can show this to you, but I think we can do it. So we're going to sure try. Now the seats are a little bit further forward than they would be. Well, actually it's going to come on back, so that's good. There is a little bit of space left to come back, but there actually is a lot of room back here. Very nice. I like that. Plenty of room, and you can see that we have seating for 2 people here, 3 here in the middle, and 2 more in the front. So this is indeed a 7-seater, in case you were curious about that. And let me grab the camera real quick from Austin so I can show you a couple of things here. Easier to do it from this point. We have some lighting right here. We also have an air conditioning vent right here. And a cup holder, it looks like. I guess that's what would fit right there. A decent sized bottle or cup, whatever the case is. And then we also have the same thing on this side. Now, all right, let's talk about what you'll find back here besides a ridiculous amount of space. We have air conditioning vents right here in the roof, also air conditioning vents right here on the rear of the center console, and all of the controls to deal with that. We control our fan speed right here. We can turn that down if we want to, and we can also push one more time and turn on the heated seats or the ventilated seats. So you can see what is there. And I don't know how well we can see it, but there is some connectivity down here. You have the power outlet, USBs are going to be here, a 12-volt power outlet, a little bit of everything. And we also have the rear seat pockets right there, nice and large, plenty of size where that's concerned. Your fold-down armrest with the cup holders built in and the center section right here that's, well, not real deep, but not too bad. That seems to work out pretty well. And let's not forget about our panoramic sunroof right here. The power shade can be drawn back and forth, and that front portion will open. And real quick, let's go over the door panels for these rear doors. Now, there are quite a few things going on here. In fact, we have the power shade right there, which you can control from either door. That's pretty interesting, isn't it? So I'm actually controlling that from over here on the passenger side. You can see all the controls and switches there for different things. You can turn a lot of things on and off. All of that's really nice. And I like that you don't have a bunch of gloss black there. There's a little bit. We have some of the chrome and silver trim. That's definitely going to do a good job, and a nice large door bin to help with a little bit of extra storage. On both doors here for the rear seat passengers, middle seat passengers, you can control the seating position. In fact, I'll do that right here. You can also have seat memory there, which is really cool. So you can move the seats back. You can move the seats forward like this. You can also recline the seats a little bit. Actually, they recline quite a bit. We'll bring that back up as well. And we have the illuminated door sills, not only here on the rear doors, but we'll also have that feature for the front doors. What about the sticker price? Is there going to be sticker shock? Well, $158,425 is what you get for all this space. There is a ton of space here. So I'm going to hit the button to turn everything on there. You can hear the chime and all of that. We've got a lot of great technology here, but let's start talking about the doors first. We'll look at the door panel on the passenger side over there, and you're going to have a lot of great features. The controls on the door for your seats, seat memory, all the seat position, all that good stuff is going to be there. So that's very nice, very convenient, plenty of room, large door bin, and a large armrest. And we'll find the upper and the lower glove boxes. So there's the lower glove box, and here is the upper glove box. A little bit of space there, a little bit of extra space. I like to see that used there. And we'll also have, I don't know if it'll come on right now, there we go, the clear sight rear view mirror. So we're just seeing what's behind us here in the showroom, but that's where we're filming today. And you can adjust that, by the way, or you can go to the conventional style mirror if you want to, depending on your situation. The upper console, well, it does have some gloss black up there, so be careful where you touch, but you have the controls for your power shade and your power sunroof up there. You can see some of the controls that are there. And I'm going to grab the camera real quick here, so because Austin's arm isn't quite long enough to come all the way over here. Now that flickering effect you see is just part of using the cameras a lot of us use here on YouTube. It's not really happening. But you can see the controls we have here for our power side view mirrors and the seats and all that good stuff. It's all going to be here. And our steering wheel mounted controls as well. You can turn on the heated steering wheel right there. That's not on right now. I'm going to have to turn the engine on for that to come on, I guess. But it is there. All of your controls for cruise control. Your shifter paddles right here for when you're feeling shifty. Well, maybe not. But when you want to shift the 8-speed automatic transmission, yes, you can laugh. It's okay. And right here, when we push that button, you're going to notice the, well, it's not going to come up right now. There we go. The arrows that come up that let us go through and make changes to so many different things that are available here on the center or the driver's display. You also have a head-up display. I don't know how well that's showing up here in the showroom, but you can see if the adjustments are there. Well, obviously, we have it there. Nice modern look. Interesting how you have a combination of digital and analog gauges there, but still that nice modern look and feel. That's a good thing. You control everything with your headlights and your taillights and all right there, and your front and rear window wipers here. And we'll move on to the Pivi Pro infotainment screen because there is a lot going on here. You do all your controls, use all your controls here for the air conditioning in the screen. So whether you want to manage the front seat, or we can go to this area right here and we can go and use the controls for the rear. Of course, they can be controlled back there as you saw earlier, but you can go with vents or air quality, whatever you need to deal with right there. It's pretty simplistic, I'd say, but just to show you what's there, now you know. And we'll go into vehicle right here. We have a couple of different driving modes, several driving modes. We have comfort, eco, we can go with auto, you have off-road or dynamic right there. And if you need to know where to turn the auto stop start off, it's right here. You will have to do that in the infotainment screen, but at least you know where it is. Auto brake hold, you can see what else is here. And ride height, you can change the ride height right here. Leave it at normal, access, or off-road. Now, if you're at access or off-road, when you get up to 15 miles per hour, it's going to automatically go back to normal. So it looks really good in that low profile stance, but unfortunately, it won't stay in that position when you're driving down the road. You have built-in navigation, or if you want to, you can just pair your smartphone and use Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. You do that wirelessly. Again, simplistic. We'll go right here. In fact, let's go here first and take a look at some of the other features here. As you can see, there's Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. And one thing that you might have noticed we didn't see with the seats earlier is lumbar support. Well, that doesn't mean it's not here. It just means it's in the screen. And there it is, right there, lumbar. So you can change lumbar support with the driver and passenger seats, which are both power adjustable. They're also heated. You have the massage seats here in the front too. That's very nice to have. So there are our features where those things are concerned. A lot going on here, more than we probably need to spend time talking about. But if you need to find whatever it is, you can come to this screen and you're going to be able to find it there. I like it. It's pretty simple. There's a lot going on here, but it's not overly complicated. Just use that hunt and peck method, as I like to call it. And there you go. If you want to turn the screen off, you can do that there. Auto theme, whether it's dark or light, you can change that right there. You can change your haptic feedback. We can also make some changes to the home screen. You can add things here, edit your layout, whatever you want to do, adjust your audio, or we can go right here to all and just see what all is there. There's where you make your software updates. So that's nice. So is this. One of my favorite things is the multitude of camera views that you have all around the Land Rover or the Range Rover. Everywhere you need to see, you can literally see, with one exception. You can't really see underneath the vehicle, but I don't know if you'd ever need to do that anyway. But we have our rear view camera. We have our front view camera. We can look at the sides. We can look wherever we need to. We can see people walking through the shot making cameo appearances in the showroom at the Land Rover dealership. Or we can go to off-road right there. That is your off-road view, and you can actually see what's going on with the vehicle, which way the front tires are turned if you need to know. And it shows you everything you need right there. Very nice. I think it's easy to deal with, not hard to learn. Tell me what you think. If it's something you've never had before, what are your thoughts? Now, we have a wireless charging pad right down here. What do you think about that location? Easy to get to? Well, maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Let's try it out for ourselves. I'm just going to slip my phone in there. I guess that's not too bad, but I think that's a good use of space from Land Rover. You can see my phone is now charging. We also have a USB port right here and a little bit of space as well. I like the shifter design because it fits so snugly in the palm of my hand. You just push the button on the front and you can go into drive or reverse, whatever you need to do. And there's the button to start the engine and turn it back off. The cup holders are located right here, and I like that we can move those out of the way, and there's even more space under there. Also another USB option. Kind of interesting where those USB ports are hidden, but there is a lot of space down there, and we can just conceal that away. Now you have a couple of options for armrests here. You can use the center console lid, or you can use the armrests themselves. I prefer the center console lid, but you can tell me what you think. You can adjust the height right here, and you'll notice the lights on the belt buckles down there. Those are illuminated. Very nice, especially at night. Make them very easy to find. And last but not least, we have the refrigerated console here. A couple of different settings you can use with the button right there, or you can just use it as a regular center console. I know during the summer when it's really hot, I wish it was so big that I could just crawl in there and cool off. Okay, tell me what you think about the 2025 Range Rover SE long wheelbase 7-seater. What do you think about this? Is it a great luxury SUV option? Definitely a lot going on here, but there's also some things that aren't here. You could actually spend more money and get more features. It just depends on what you want. So tell me what your thoughts are on this model. I do want to say a special thanks to my friends here at Land Rover of Shreveport for letting us have access to this Range Rover so we could tell you all about it, and a special thanks to all of you for being kind enough to give us the opportunity to give you a vision for your next vehicle. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit the like button. That helps us out a lot. Make sure to share this video on your timelines on social media so other people can see it. make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. And if you want to learn about additional vehicles you may wish to consider purchasing, check out the video that's on the screen right now, and we'll see you there.